The mudman tried to scrape the mud off his body, but the mud quickly healed itself, and the floor only got dirtier and dirtier. Looking at the dirt on the ground, he bent down to wipe it with his palms, but the more he wiped, staring at his mud-covered hands, he longed deeply for a set of cleaning tools. Just then, a box suddenly popped out from the wall. The mudman tiptoed carefully toward the box, and inside were gloves, a bucket, and a rag. He put on the gloves, then took out the rag and bucket. Wiping the floor as he stepped backward, he carefully cleaned every muddy print. To make sure the room was absolutely spotless, he stepped on the rag with his feet. Finally, the floor was spotless white, but he had trapped himself on that tiny rag. Looking at his feet, he thought, if only I had a pair of shoes. Unexpectedly, another box popped out from the wall. Not wanting to dirty the floor, he could only shuffle over on the rag little by little. As a result, feet didn't stand firm, and he fell straight onto the ground. Staring at the filthy floor, he felt utterly devastated. So he simply stopped caring and walked forward boldly. Inside the cabinet were exactly the shoes he wanted. As soon as he put them on, another box popped out. He pulled out the clothes inside, and put them on without hesitation. But when he tried to put on the pants, he accidentally shoved both legs into one pant leg. Losing balance, he fell again, knocking over the bucket of water beside him, spilling mud and water everywhere. The mud man couldn't understand why the harder he tried, the worse things became. He sat on the ground, his body trembling slightly. He took off his clothes and threw them out in anger, scratching wildly at the mud on his body. But he forgot that he was a clay man. He grabbed a handful of dirt and hurled it hard, breaking a hole in the wall nearby. Curious, he walked over and poked his head through, only to see a colorful world inside. Another mudman lived there happily and freely. He didn't despise the mud on his body, but instead used it to create his own colors. Seeing this, the mudman's eyes softened, and a relieved smile spread across his face. Sometimes, stop fighting with yourself, accept small flaws, and you might just discover a different world.